Welcome back to 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for 17 News at Noon. I'm Nicole Kitsky. We begin with the Bakersfield Police Department searching for two shooting suspects. Now, according to BPD, the incident happened back on December 9th on East California Avenue near Robinson Street. Police say the suspects are wanted on aggravated assault with a firearm offense. The first suspect is described as a black man, late 20s to early 30s, with short black hair. He was last seen in a black sweatshirt and armed with a black handgun. The other suspect is described as a black male in his late 20s with a chin strap beard. He was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, black knitted cap, and armed with a black gun as well. BPD says they were last seen in a 2018 dark gray Jeep Compass. If you know these men, call BPD at 327-7111. And Bakersfield police need your help in identifying a man wanted for grand theft at a local 7-Eleven. BPD says it happened back on November 28th at the 7-Eleven on 24th and Oak Street. Police say the suspect stole equipment and merchandise from the store. He is described as Hispanic, 30 to 40 years old, 5'10". He was last seen in a blue knitted cap, a blue jacket, a gray t-shirt, black shorts, and a camouflage backpack. If you know this man or have any information pertaining to this case, call BPD at 327-7111. And a man accused of pointing a replica firearm at a woman and two children as they sat in a car has pleaded no contest. 23-year-old Jordan McLeod was arrested shortly after the December 21st incident where he approached a woman sitting in her car and pointed a fake gun at the two children in the back seat. McLeod pleaded no contest Monday to brandishing the replica firearm and was sentenced to 180 days in jail. Other charges were dismissed, including 2 counts of will cruelty to a child. And the sheriff's office is investigating a suspicious death out of Frazier Park. Now, KCSO says deputies reported to a home on Lakeview Drive in Frazier Park yesterday for reports of a dead elderly woman. Deputies located the body in the home and say the scene was suspicious in nature. Homicide detectives are now investigating. And now to the latest on the coronavirus pandemic here in Kern County. Kern Public Health announced 2 deaths today after a couple days of no new deaths. Both of these deaths happened before Christmas. Our death toll now stands at 626. Public Health also reported 527 more people have tested positive for COVID-19. 292 people are suffering with more acute symptoms, and they are being treated in area hospitals, according to state data. Currently, nearly 24,000 are isolating at home with the virus. Meantime, tens of thousands of Kern County residents who are eligible are still waiting to get their COVID vaccine. Because of high demand, there are plans to open another vaccination site at Bakersfield College. Now, Kern Public Health opened its mass vaccination site at the fairgrounds on P Street in Bakersfield 2 weeks ago. Through this site, more than 3,500 doses of the vaccine have been administered, but public health officials say they are waiting for more.
The priority is to advocate for more vaccine to come into our community and get our residents vaccinated and to continue the messaging that our residents need to hear. This is a community effort.
And Bakersfield College is working with the Latino COVID Task Force and Centric Health to build a second mass vaccination site in Kern County. It would be at Bakersfield College in their Student Health and Wellness Center. The hope is to lift some of the burden off of other vaccination sites whose wait lists are filled with hundreds, sometimes thousands of eager community members. Now, as of yesterday afternoon, the state has given Kern County over 43,000 doses of the vaccine. But according to the 2019 census, that's not even enough to vaccinate 25% of those 65 and older. And a reminder, Kern Public Health's website has a vaccine schedule that shows when you are eligible to receive the vaccine, plus an interactive map of providers offering the vaccine. If you are eligible, you can find the site nearest to you and call that vaccine site to make an appointment. And you can also find an interactive map on the Kern Public Health's website that points you to the nearest paid or free testing center. Plus, there's more information you need to know, like hours and addresses. And big changes are happening for Kern Public Health as they continue to tackle the pandemic. Last month, Constantine announced he is retiring as the Director of Public Health, and Brynn Carrigan, the Assistant Director, will take over for Constantine. Carrigan has been the Assistant Director since 2012 and has served as Incident Commander for the department throughout the pandemic. And Amy Rutledge will take over Carrigan's position, becoming the Assistant Director. Rutledge is a North High graduate and has been in the Public Health's Environmental Health Division for the past 14 years. And Public Health has appointed Jeffrey Marshall to Director of the Environmental Health Division. Marshall has been with that division for 13 years now. He'll take over Rutledge's position. And right now, the Kern High School District has no plans to return students to the classroom, in keeping with the governor's mandate. Now, the Board of Trustees met last night to discuss this and other issues affecting the district. KHSD says under the governor's current rules, secondary schools cannot reopen until Kern County is out of the purple tier. You may recall in October and November, only the most vulnerable students were allowed back into high school classrooms. In December, they went back to all distance learning. KHSD says it will continue to work on plans to provide services to their most vulnerable students. A special board meeting will be held later this month to address high school sports as well. And local law firm Chain Cone Styles has introduced a new grant program for local students. Now, the Chats with Chain Cone Styles Educational Grants Program aims to give away 10 grants of $500 each to students at any grade. The funds are meant for students' classroom needs, such as a computer, textbooks, or even to pay for college application fees. Students must fill out an application and ask attorneys a question about the law, being a lawyer, or anything in the legal field they may be curious about. For more information on how to apply, just visit our website, kget.com. And Houchin Community Blood Bank says it is in urgent need of donations. In addition to all blood types, Houchin is also asking for platelets, plasma, and COVID-19 convalescent plasma. And if you donate, you could get a prize. The blood bank is raffling off 4 themed gift baskets this month. Each include gifts and services from local vendors. Plus, Dickey's Barbecue Pit is offering donors a voucher for a free classic sandwich while supplies last. For more information, head to our website, kget.com. Well, Compass Health Rehabilitation Hospital of Bakersfield is looking to hire registered nurses. The healthcare provider will be holding a virtual hiring event this Thursday and Friday, looking for full-time and PRN nurses. It's happening from 8 a.m. to noon, both days. Those interested should submit their resume prior to the event. You must RSVP for a virtual interview time. You can find the links on our website, kget.com. Happening around town, the city of Bakersfield Animal Control is holding their monthly vaccine clinic this weekend. The drive-through vaccine clinic will offer low-cost vaccines, microchips, and dog licensing. It's happening this Saturday at Jefferson Park on Bernard Street. You must wear a mask and stay in your vehicle until staff is ready. Then you must take your pet out of the car so they can be safely vaccinated. And it may not be spring, but you can do some spring cleaning and get rid of bulky items. A free event later this month. Now, Kern County Public Works is holding a bulky waste collection event in Lamont on February 20th. It will take place from 8 a.m. to noon at the David Head Center, located at 10300 San Diego Street. Bulky waste includes household appliances, mattresses, furniture, electronics, and other large household items. All items will be accepted at no charge. You're urged to wear a face covering and maintain social distancing. For more information, visit kernpublicworks.com. And due to the coronavirus pandemic, there's some changes being made to this year's Black History Parade. Here's a look at last year's event. This year, the parade will be held virtually with the Kern County Black Chamber of Commerce presenting an online video compiled from video submissions of local residents. The video will air February 27th. To participate, submit your video to the chamber by 5 p.m. on February 14th by emailing info@kcbcc.co. There is an entry fee of $10. Despite this recent warm weather here at home, we are officially set for 6 more weeks of winter. That's because this morning, Pennsylvania's own world-famous Groundhog, Phil, now he saw his shadow, predicting the cold weather will carry on for the first ever virtual Groundhog Day celebration. Visitors from all over the world turned in to see Phil make his highly anticipated weather prediction for the 135th time.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Noon.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.